It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I still have to eat breakfast. But we're gonna start anyways. Welcome to the stream, everybody. How you guys doing? Breakfast time at 3 o'clock. Feels good, man. How's everybody going? Welcome to the stream. So I'm gonna be, you know, really disrespectfully eat my sandwich on stream to make all of you guys hungry. all right, so welcome Lacasso, welcome Chupala, welcome B Jacko, welcome Blackfield, welcome Smiter, welcome Abarachi, welcome JJ. How's it going, friends? How's it going? I had my alarm set for 11 o'clock. I woke up, I turned off my alarm and went back to sleep. It's one of those days. What's up, Marky? How's it going? It's one of those days again. Some days, sometimes you have one of these days, man. Sometimes you have one of these days. Okay, so we're almost done with our chatbot. So let's start the thing up. It's already doing all of the work. We're pretty much done at this point. We're almost done. We're almost done. The thing that I'm working on right now is this part. So this is the website, by the way. This is just the normal DigitalCats website that you guys might know. Just, if you go to digitalcats.com, this thing is already live. Well, some parts of it is already live, such as the admin panel. But now there is a leaderboard section, and I can see everybody's points. Everyone's. So I might have to put some pagination in here, but you know, fuck that shit for now. So I can see everybody's points. The first thing that I have to do is take out all of the bots. Like, not Ventic is a bot, as far as I know. He's always here, like 24/7. Not Ventic is always here. Rosin, I have no idea who this is. He's also always here. Then we have Nightbot. Do me a flavor. I just want to earn points just sitting here. Just sitting in the chat. For now. And, Nightbot, like, these 4 people is the bot itself. It is Nightbot, it is not Ventic, it is Rawzone. Which means that, the top 4 is already bots. Like, what the fuck? So, also this page is getting quite slow because I think that we have to like fix it a little bit on the, because we add points every minute. We might have to do it every 5 minutes because that way our database is not gonna blow up. Because if I check the amount of records that we have as point transactions, count, we have 70,000, and this is just from like 2 weeks or so, like 1 week or 2 weeks when this went live. So I think like 1 week. I think last week we started this. We already have 70,000 records in the database. Yeah, and going through all of that to get the points is kind of rough. So we have to do some database optimizations. But we're not gonna do that today. So the first thing that we have to do is our point sources, because that's still broken. I haven't built this yet. $40 points, nice. 40 points is 4 minutes, by the way. Hey man, these points don't lie. We also have this one. This is an old one. So I think what I can do is I can check if you're in here. Let me go to my desktop. And then I open node. I require VMT. What is it? VMT? No. File system. PS. Require file system. And then we're going to do read file sync. And I have no idea how this works anymore. Then we have to specify the points store.json. And then we have to tell it that it's UTF-8. I think that's how it works. Points store. Variable point store. Points store. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we have to JSON parse this. Points. Variable points is this. And then we can have the points, and that's like a key value. So now I can do points. And then I take out your account, which is Locaso. I don't think it's capitalized. Locaso 0008. He already had 260 points. Do I make these designs myself? Yes, I do. I started out as a designer, so I still have a lot of like designs here. For example, the we had this one on the beta of Just for Cats. There is a viewer game section. This section, this is all designed. Let me see. League of Legends queue. Here it is. I still have to finish that project though. Like this is like part of the design. Mobile version. I'm not really happy with it, but it's okay. I mean, is there a command for the site? No, there's not. There's so no, I don't think so. What's up, Talon? How you doing? I mean, like I said, look out. So the point system has only been up for like a week now. Okay, so the thing that we have to work on is a point source. So what I added off stream was that every transaction that is being made. Every transaction that is being made, so if I take one transaction, for example, the last one, every transaction has a point source ID. What this is, it is one of those point sources, which can have a name. So we know that every transaction that is being made, so for example, if you sit in the chat, you get extra points, so that's a transaction. You get 5 points added to your account, so to speak, every so often. But you can also gain points by, I don't know, giving points to other people, which is also a transaction. So everything is a transaction. If you lose points, it's a transaction. If you add points, it's a transaction. Everything is a transaction. And those transactions all have sources. So one transaction could come from, you know, the chatbot timed points. So every minute you get points, which is a timed points action. which is that source. But you can also have sources like when you play a mini game and you get points. So everything has a source. Everything has a source where they get points from. So I can like have all of that categorized. So I can like see like, oh, you gained so many points by just sitting in the chat. You gained so many points by just playing mini games. So I could, for example, see how long somebody has been in the stream for based on his chatbot's time points and not having to worry about like getting the value manipulated by something else. So I could ask like, yo, how many point transaction with the ID of 1, which is the time points, does anybody have? And then I can see like overall, on average, people watch like an X amount of times. It's pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't possible before. So I could make like a points source for a, for example, for, I don't know, let's say, for a mini game. So we built this awesome mini game, and you can gain points with that. So we have like the mini game gambling or something. That's the name of the. That's the name of it. So now we have another point source that we can use. Alright. What's up with an AI, dude? They're really nice. Yo, thanks, Aussie, by the way. The thing is, though, is that I'm really worried about is that not Ventic, for example. So I'm gonna check out Twitch user, find by username. I'm gonna search for not Ventic. He's ID 9. So I'm gonna search for. Wait, I can also do this. Not Ventic is not Ventic dot points transactions dot count. So not Ventic only already has 3,000 transactions within a week. 3,000 transactions. And I'm not sure how big that is on the database. I have no clue. I have no clue how much like space that takes up, or you know. Hey, Canopy, how you doing? You're 14th, yeah. RIP, dude. 15. You're 15. Wait, if I refresh, you can see that the points change every minute. The thing is, though, it has to do that for every user. And I also want to make this page like we have to make a leaderboards for everybody else too, because this is the admin page. So that's also something we should do, but that's not like the most highest priority right now. Oh, juicy breakfast at 3 o'clock. All right, so let's make the points. Let's make the points source page. All right, so we're actually gonna make website parts now. So we're gonna build this in Rails. After that, we're gonna be working on the chatbot itself. This is the Node.js chatbot that we have right here. It does a lot of things. They make like a user login on the Just Get site. We already have that for the admin page, that is. So if I log out now, you can see that I'll have to log in. Like this. Henk is zwanger. That's basically what it says. Is Henk is pregnant. Doesn't make any sense. So this page is kind of slow because it has to actually sum up for every user. Like this. It has to sum all of the transactions for all of the users. Which is quite painful. Which is quite a painful task. Because if this guy has 3,000 transactions, then it has to do 3,000 sums, which is quite fast. But for every single user, which is already like 406, that's quite rough. Make a link to Twitch. Yeah. That is something we could do, definitely. That's already what we have in this part. On our beta site, we already have that. You're gonna connect with Twitch. It's gonna ask for permission, which I already have given. You can add your summoner name to the queue. And now I'm added to the queue. It is broken because I just joined the queue. I left the queue, I just joined the queue, and I'm 10. Which doesn't make any sense. So the queue is still broken as fuck. So that's why we haven't used this yet, the Fury Games part. But yeah. Alright, so let's get started. So first thing we have to do is add a new points controller. The first thing we have to do. So if you guys have any questions about Ruby on Rails, or you want to learn Ruby on Rails or anything like that, ask away. Some more epic gaming for you. How you doing? So we have this leaderboards controller now. That the only thing it does is it gets all the Twitch users ordered by points, and then we're also getting the point transactions per user ID. So this gets a collection. Gets a hash of user IDs with the amount of points. So what I can do in a few... This obviously has to be reworked because I think this can be done in one query. I do 2 queries now. Which is still not bad, but it could be optimized. Is Rails hard to learn? Yes. In some way it is hard to learn. Because it is a lot of conventions that you have to worry about. So in some way, it's not hard once you understand how it works, because a lot of things are already done for you. But since there's a lot of magic, once you understand why the magic is there, it's really good. But I would advise you, if you do not have a lot of programming experience, try like a strongly typed language, because you'll learn a lot from that. Strongly typed languages are Go, Swift. Swift is a great language to learn with. I honestly think that's one of the greatest languages, strongly typed languages out there now. Java, not really a fan of that. You can do it if you want to, not really a big fan. I started out with PHP, didn't know too much. I had like, you know, I just built stupid shit in PHP. I switched over, I did HTML, CSS, JavaScript, not very good with that either. Then I did Ruby on Rails. It took me forever to learn all of the conventions. Well, actually, not really. It all makes quite sense because because I've had some programming experience. But if you have no programming experience whatsoever, I don't think you should start with Ruby on Rails, because so much magic, not much you can understand. And how I really learned programming is when I started Swift. I used Swift when it first came out. It was horrible because the syntax changed every fucking week. So you had something working on Friday, the next Monday it came back at uni for us then. We were working on it as a project at university. So I went back to uni on Monday, my code was broken. Every single time you came home from the weekend, your code was broken. Cannot recommend. Alright, so point sources. So it's looking for the sources controller. All right, let's do that. So one of the things that Ruby enforces is to use conventional names, such as blah 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 controller. That's the file they're gonna look for. So it is really important to get proper names for your controllers. It's really important to get proper names for your files, and everything is just important. Boy, check Twitter. All right, let me check Twitter. Got bored, so we had the week 1 3 to 7 times again. Yo, nice. Have a quick win. Why don't you have a picture on Twitter? What is this? All right. So we have. Is Go good? It's really good. I haven't worked too much with it. I've made some things with it. I think I have some scripts right here, like really easy stuff. Yeah, I have a fetch. I have a Reddit fetch API fetcher thingy. Go start. I can't remember what the syntax is. That's how start. Go help. Go build. No. Build. Go run. All right. Okay, we broke it. Okay, this script isn't working anymore. But I built something with Go. I didn't understand shit though. It is quite hard. It is nothing that I'm familiar with, so it's all new stuff. Because I haven't done C or C# or Java or anything like that. I'm not familiar with the syntax whatsoever. So I see things like this, and then I'm like, what is this? What even is this? I think it's something like this. I don't even know if this is okay, but I think it's something like this. And I'm like, what? I've never used a compiled language other than Swift. And Swift is kind of, you know, straightforward. It's like blah 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 is blah blah blah. And then sometimes you have to specify the type, so it's like string. I think it's like this. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Swift has been a while. Sup, Shupler, sup, Cheesy Cheese Cat, how you doing? Alright, let's make a, so, we get an error when we go to, because I specified in my routes. There's a route.rb file that you can specify all of your routes. And one of the routes that I set was, I set a research for sources. So, in the admin namespace, so if I go to /admin, there's a page called sources, which has all kinds of resources such as index, show, post, whatever the fuck. So it was asking, because we didn't make this controller yet, it was asking, yo, you didn't make this controller yet, and I'm actually asking for that controller now because you specified that route is available. So as you can see, it's asking for admin sources controller. That isn't here yet. So if we refresh, we made it because we just created this file right here. So if I refresh, it's gonna say, oh shit, you didn't have a few available. So I reached the controller, everything is okay. Now I'm asking to show something on the page, but you didn't tell me what I should add to the page. So if I did something like this, hello, then it would be okay. And it would just specify hello. But we do not want to show hello. Sup Shakespeare quotes only. We want to show an actual view, an actual HTML view. We do not want to show like hello. Like what the fuck? I had to go out and record some crazy African tribe. Wait, what? I was hearing drums and I was like, the fuck is this? So I drove around and found this tribe partying, singing, and making music. Nice. Oh, Nature, how's it going? Alright. So, Rails is now asking, because it's following a convention, Rails can already almost, or most of the Rails sites obviously need views. They need like HTML views. You kind of have a breakthrough on the NS data. Oh shit, dude, nice. Dude, I didn't have the time to check it out. I'm very sorry for you. So what it's asking for is it's asking admin sources and then the index.html. That's what he's asking for. So we're gonna check the index. We're gonna check sources, but the sources folder is not here yet. So we're gonna make sources, and then we're gonna make an index.html. .slim. So if we say something like hello here, it's not gonna render something. Woo! Beautiful. Great. So I'm gonna steal one of these pages right here. Which is gonna be source points sources. I think that was the point sources. So if I save it now, we have a beautiful page. Whoops. Apart from this side, this is something we have to comment out. It's not working yet. Whew, beautiful. All right, now I have to take this sidebar, because we have a sidebar, and I can't remember what this icon is or what the icon class is. Let me check. Icon database, okay. We change that. Icon database. And that's point sources right here. All right, we're gonna change the add playlist to add new point source. And we're gonna change the link to new admin sources path, because I think that's what it's called. Okay, that's not admin source. Oh, it's new admin source. Yeah. It's source. It's yeah. All right, that's cool. Now we can click on this. Everything will break because we haven't specified what it's gonna do, but that's okay. There's a lot of copy pasting going on because I'm really lazy to refactor to this admin panel. I should, but you know, at some point, the admin panel is something only for me, so I don't really care. What is HTML Slim? So you have HTML, normal HTML, which is completely fine. What Slim does, it is a compiler for HTML, which makes it possible for you to just write these things. So instead of writing like full this, I set this to HTML, something like completely this, body, you only have to say body. And then indent. So it all works with indent. So if you want something to be inside of something, you just indent it. So you have body. Set this to slim. Ruby slim. So I have a body. In that body, I have an H1. And what it's going to compile to is this. Body. It's going to end the body for you. And it's going to add an H1. So I can say hello here. So the H1 has a text of hello. And then it's gonna add this. So this, what it does is it compiles the Slim code into HTML. So it's for me really easy to not make mistakes because the only thing I have to do is indent. And I'm curious what Slim Jesus is. So because I indent, he knows that this H1 is inside this body, and that is like inside this HTML. And the head is also inside this, and it has a title like hello. So now it compiles to this. So you can never make mistakes, or make less mistakes because of the fact that you don't have to end anything. It will just end it for you. So you never forget to end something. This is what it's gonna compile to. Okay, let me see. Nature. A machine learning algorithm has an 80% accuracy in predicting whether a day has 7 or more outages. Only 30%. Wait, what? But I'm curious. It takes the weather data and uses something called a backpropagation to create a program that's trained using known data. All right. Do we want to automate that progress to that? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. All right. Okay. So that's slim. That's slim. 80% still stands. Nice. Awesome. That's pretty sick. So based on weather data, you know that... So 80% of the time it is right that it has 7 or more outages. 80% accuracy on predicting whether a day has 7 or more outages. Okay, check. Got it. Got it. And okay, so a point source only has a name, but I also want to show the amount of point transactions that one has. I'm just curious. I'm just curious about how many they have. So total transactions. All right. So total transactions is also a thing. So we want to have a list of the ID, the name, and the total transactions, and then 2 buttons. That's what we want. So in this index, we're gonna set like the sources are gonna be points source dot all, and then we're gonna take the sources. It's gonna be an S. We're gonna just uncomment this. So for every source it finds, it's first gonna take them out of the database. For every source it finds, we're gonna show the source ID. We're gonna show, dude, this is not what we want to show. This is not good. Out. No, we don't want to show an album picture. We just want to show, this is also really bad. Don't do this shit. Cannot believe that's even in there. Well, whatever. Okay. So for now, we're just gonna show an empty thing here. 0. This is off. Admin edit source path. Gonna be something with the source, and then admin source path with the source, and now we're good. Beautiful. What's up, Red Dylan? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Did I create an admin panel myself? Yes, I did. What's up, Daniel? How's it going? So I have 2 sources now. The add sources button is still broken because we haven't added it yet. So now we want to calculate this. We want to calculate for each point transaction. No, we want to know for each source how many point transactions it has. This page is getting slower and slower, but the amount of points that people get, this page is getting slower and slower, which is horrible. So I still have to do some optimizations here, but you know, whatever. For hijacking, you say I'll put it up in Slack. Enjoy the stream. Yo, it's okay, Nature. It's okay. You can do whatever you want, man. Feel free. It's all in the context of programming, so that's completely fine. Wait, why do you program on your Mac, Boyd? Is it easier? Yo, Daniel, thanks a lot for the follow, man. The thing why I'm programming on Mac is because Ruby, and pretty much Ruby nodes are terrible things to install on Windows. Horrible. Also, there's a lot more command line tools available for Mac because it's a Unix-based system and Windows is not. So it's horrible. I would rather program on Ubuntu or Mac than on a Windows. The only thing that you can do program on a Windows is probably Java, I think. There's a lot of, I think you can do a lot of Android development on Windows too. You can, .NET is obviously something you can definitely do in Windows. I mean, all right, so now we have to build that. So first, let's just commit this shit. What have we done? Added points source, point source index, admin index. That's pretty much what we did. Right, beautiful. So now we have to make this work. So this is something we first have to think about before we're gonna build this. Because what this has to do is it has to categorize, it has to group all of the point transaction counts by per points source. That's what we have to do. Also, this search thing doesn't even work. It's just added there for fun. Don't care. Programming on Linux is completely fine. It's Ubuntu, that's what I said before. Ubuntu or whatever Linux distribution you have. Works perfect. Nothing to worry about. Windows is just not the right platform for this. At least not for Ruby, at least not for Node. Don't do it. I tried, you know, this chatbot that I've built before here, the Twitch bot that I have here. We tried doing this first in Node.js so everybody could join with me. The first thing I run into was I had to install Python on my PC, and I can only use this specific version because that's the only version that worked with that Node version on Windows. Never had any problems on Mac. It sucks. Alright. Let's see here. So we have pointers. Okay. Let's go back. So we want to basically, with this call, we also want to include, no, not really include. We want to also note how many pointers action that thing has. So points, transactions, actions per source or by source. And what it's going to do is going to take the points transaction, and it is going to... Okay, what does this have to do? Let's see if we can first do this in the Rails console. So what we want is points transaction. We want it to count. We want it to group by points source. Does this work? Oh, whoops. Points transaction. What the fuck? What the fuck? Count all. Why do I get the full resource of the point source back, though? That is interesting. I didn't know about that. Oh, what I think I can do... But I think I do an M+1 query then. I think this is more efficient. Group. Okay, let's see if we can do this more efficiently. I don't think we can do it in one query, but I think we have to use two queries because it's two different tables. This already worked. This already worked. Yeah. But it already took the research, which is quite interesting. That is... I didn't even know that was possible. This is... Okay. What it did... This isn't hash. This isn't hash. What's up, Ryan Dundee? How you doing? This isn't hash right here. And it took a key, which is a different... Which is a point source in class instance. Didn't even know this was possible in Ruby. So you have a hash like this, and hash is like a key value. So I could have like hello, which is true, which is you know, the symbol hello, which is equals true. Great, perfect. You can also have like string values in here. You can have all you want. But apparently so, you can also do a point source instance as a key, which I didn't know about. So we're just gonna do this. This is gonna... We're probably gonna write like an alias for this because this is quite ugly. And now we can, in our index.html, we can actually take this transactions by source and take the s as a value. I think this will work. And this has to be or 0. Boom. So we already have 70,000 transactions in our database. with only a week time, which is fucked up, which is quite a lot, which might be a little too much, if you might ask me. This might be a little too much. For those of you that do not know what we did here, we're asking the transactions, the point transactions, which is like for every time a user gets points, he gets, whenever a user gets points, he gets a transaction. A point transaction is built for like, and the point transaction, so let me take out a 1 point transaction, points transaction dot first. It's gonna say the amount for a specific user. So for example, 5 points are added, then that's a transaction. So just look at it as your bank account. Your bank account has transactions that they do. So for example, so money goes in, money goes out, which is all a transaction. Everything is a transaction. +5, -5. You went to McDonald's, +2 or -2. 2 euros are taken from your bank account total. So all of these are transactions. So your point transactions, just like your bank account, your money goes out, points go out, points go in many different ways. +6, yeah. So what we want to do, all of these different transactions have, hey Kevin, how you doing? All these different transactions have sources where they come from. So in your bank account, a source could be McDonald's. McDonald's taking 5 euros from your account. You adding 5 euros to your account because you did that in the what is that thing called? I don't know what it's called in English. Something guitar. So all of these things have different sources, right? You sending money to your parents because they owe you money. You owe them money. So you're sending money to your parents. So the source could be a transaction being made, or like a friendly transaction or something like that. So it's taken money from your account by booking over money. Is that something you guys say? I don't know. We say that in Holland. We say booking money to another account. So it's taking money from that account and then it adds a transaction to the others. So they made like 2 transactions. One that takes 5 euro from here and one that adds 5 euro to this one. All right, now that's out of the way. Every source, so these are one of these sources. So this could be McDonald's. This could be booking money, No, actually, McDonald's is not a source. McDonald's paying by pin is a source. So paying by pin is a source. And a transaction could have a description. We could have like McDonald's payment or something like that. All right. Maybe bank account transactions actually have a sender too as well. Because once you make a transaction, you always send it to someone or receive it from someone. So you can either receive or send it to someone. But with us, you don't have that. It just disappears in the void. If you lose points, it's just gone. It's not like written to my points or something. Like if you guys lose points, I get the points. It'll be weird. You can't see your own messages? What the fuck? That's weird. Did you mute yourself? Okay, so this thing goes up, as you can see. So every minute, this thing goes up by like the amount of people that are in the chat. This is gonna make, as you can see, it's gonna make transactions every single minute. So I don't know how many viewers we have because I never look at that shit, but let's say we have 20 viewers. So it's gonna add 20 transactions every single time. So but once this hits 51, we have to refresh, and then it's another points are being added. So you can see these are all the users that are getting points. We're gonna wait until this hits 51, and then we refresh. Right now it's still 708.51, and then I refresh after it hits 50, 51. Because this bot is checking every minute for who is here, who isn't. All right, here we go. As you can see, points are being added, and that's it. So we do not have anything that adds points, you know, as a gambling. But if we manually made a point transaction, so let's say, I don't know what users do we have. Oh, I do not have the ID of the user. We can take that if we want to, but sure. Point transaction. So we're gonna make a new point transaction. The amount is gonna be 5. The Twitch user ID is gonna be 1. I think that's me, but I'm not sure. Let me check. Twitch user .first. That's probably me, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's me. Twitch user first is me. So I'm gonna add points to myself. What the fuck did I just do? Point transaction, create. Amount is 5. Twitch user ID, so that's me. I'm gonna add points to myself. And I'm gonna change the point source ID to 2, because that's what this source is. The source right here has an ID of 2. So if we want to connect these two together, we have to take the source ID. So this point transaction is connected to a Twitch user by using its ID. So it's gonna take the user and a point source by his ID. So the ID is 2. So if we add this point transaction, you can see that this is 1 now, because it has 1 point transaction for the gambling source, and it is 70,000 point transactions for the chatbot timed points. So if we would have, I think we have the remove. So if somebody says Boyd is a whore, I think it will go up, because I think I set this to sources. Let me see. The sources are set by here. So manual is 2. So this should actually be called manual. So let me change that real quick. Points source dot update. All right, first you have to find it. Find 2. Update attributes. Name is manual. Boom. So if you guys do Boyd is a whore, you're gonna lose points, but a transaction is probably being made. No. Wait. Did I take that out? Oh, Hamster Pies now has object. Wait, what did that do in the real side though? Alright, this is the add points. Do we have remove points here? I don't see any remove points. Rip. Why did you remove Boyd is sexy as a band phrase anyway? For now, yeah. Warned ya. Let me see. Where did it go wrong? So we remove points. The source is Boyd is sexy, which is 3. Oh, right, which is 3. So it's trying to make a transaction for the source 3, but that's not a thing. Okay, wait, I have to make a new point transaction then real quick. Point source dot create. Name is Boyd is sexy. Boom. All right. Did it create something? So I think if you guys say Boyd is a whore with a capital B, I think that works, but I'm not sure if that works yet. And I don't really care too much if that works or not, but we'll see. Boyd is a whore, okay. Select some point transaction. I don't think it does anything. I don't think it does anything. Oh wait, it did do something. One user said Boyd is a whore. Did more people say Boyd is a whore? Boyd is a whore. Yeah. So one person said Boyd is a whore, Boyd is sexy. It's still the same source, but it could be different sources. Pretty nice. Is what I get. That's pretty cool. Switch back. Blockchain version of a point system. What do you mean blocks? Rip. So one thing that we also have to do is like add a timer. So we need like a queue system in here, because we don't want people to overuse certain commands, right? Where you get points, because that's like awful. So one thing's to only be working like once a minute or once like every 10 minutes. So if you say Boyd is sexy, you gain points, but you don't want to spend that shit, you know? Okay, so that's pretty nice. So this is what we wanted. That's cool. I think we've got all we wanted now. So let's commit this. So if it doesn't have, can we do this a little better? So what if it has 0? Let me try some. Oh, whoops! I cannot do that. That is not built yet. Okay, so this also works. I don't know which one I like better. I think this is better. So if this is nil, because sometimes a source doesn't have transactions yet. For example, this one, Boyd is a whore, doesn't have any transactions yet. So what I do here is just, if this is nil, so this could be nil, which is nothing. Void is nothing. It's empty. You can do that to I, and this will turn it into an integer. So this will turn it into a 0. Nil is 0. So as you can see, if I go to here, if I do nil.2i, it is 0. But if it's like this number, 2i, it's still going to be that number. So I think this works. I don't know, we would make calculations for the bot and mine points doing so. So fuck. You guys need shared storage, man, because I don't think my server is gonna like all of the point transactions that are being. I don't know how much. Like, this is something that I want to learn from as well. I never worked. I've worked with big databases, but these were my servers. These were just from like the company that I worked for. I knew they had like a lot of users. They had like 18,000 people concurrent on their site, just on one site, and they had like 50 of them. So their databases were sick. They were super big. They were performant as hell. They had all kinds of different databases. It was crazy. But this is my own server. This is my own database. So you learn so much from just having your own server that I'm gonna be curious what is gonna happen once this shit goes live. Maybe this is gonna explode. Maybe like my memory goes out of control. Because I have like the cheapest DigitalOcean server. I run 2 servers in there. I use my TeamSpeak server. Everything. Alright. It's too late to look back. Alright. So now we have this. Let's commit this. Add transactions. Count by source. Okay, that's pretty nice. What do we want to do now is we want to be able to add new sources for, you know, this. So So since we have specified some routes, if I do rake routes, you're going to see all of the routes that we have for our website. And one of these routes is the admin sources, and there's an admin new. So if I go to admin sources new, it's going to expect that there's a controller with an action new. This is exactly what he's asking for. If I go to admin sources, it's going to expect the index. That is what we've made. We added this sources index, and now it's going to ask for the new version. So if I say new, it's going to stop complaining. So it is asking for, in the admin sources controller, I could not find the action called new. So we have made a new action, and now it's going to ask for the next thing, which is going to be, hey, I got to the new, but I do not have anything to render. Make me an HTML page. This is exactly what we're going to be doing. First, we're going to add a shared form. What we're going to be doing first. Admin, and then source. If the source has any errors, show the errors. He's fine. It doesn't have a title, it has a name. So that's gonna be a name. Placeholder is playlist title. No, that's not true. It is the source. Points, source, title, name. It doesn't have a URL, it doesn't have a status, it doesn't have anything of this. It just has a save button. That's all it has. It has a name and that's it. Back to the sources overview. Points, sources overview, admin sources path, right? Admin sources, yeah. Boom. I think we're good. Yeah. Index page is just gonna render that. All it does. The source is source. It's still gonna be broken. Edit.html.slim. Gonna be pretty much the same thing. Source. And then we go here in our sources. What we're gonna do source is points source.new. And in edit, we're gonna do source is points source.find params ID. Let's see if this works. Name error, playlist. Oh wait, did I have a playlist still in there? Oh yeah, it is still in there. Did I edit the wrong one? Oh wait, I didn't change the yeah. I didn't change the link. So it's gonna search for the playlist. Boom, it works. Admin source path, whoops. Typos everywhere. Where is it? Form source. Wait. Playlist. It's just a lot of copy pasting and it's really bad. Playlist on new playlist. Okay, interesting. Admin points sources path. Oh, okay. Right. It is asking. This is another one of these things. Because we're not following fully the convention, because I call this source. So it's gonna look for the point sources path and not for the admin source path. Oh god. Okay. We can follow the convention if you want to. Because I think we can. It's better to do this then. Admin point sources path. Oh man, we have to change so many things because it didn't follow the convention. Does it look for the source engine? No, it doesn't. How's it going though, Husky? Yeah, let me change this real quick. Where is that stuff? Oh, wait, here it is. Okay, this is a lot of magic going on. I'll try and explain it. Because I'm not following the convention, it's gonna give errors. Which is normal. It's not called sources, it's called point sources. If you don't follow the convention, you have to hard-code everything yourself. And... oops. It's gonna look for the points sources controller. Points sources controller. I think we're good now. We have to change the links obviously in there. Well, we go back to the index. Admin new points. Source path. Admin points. Source points. Source path. Here we go. Boom. Still broken. Admins. Oh yeah, right. Still broken because this is also point sources. Convention over configuration. If you follow the convention right, you're never gonna run into these errors. Still run into these errors. Oh right, yeah. In the form, it still has sources, point sources, and now we're good. Boom. Beautiful. It still says new playlist because we haven't changed this yet. New admin shared or edit. The title is points source. And the class is database. Boom. I just went to the toilet, but I need to pee again. Nice. All right, boom. So now we can create. We cannot create these yet, but the form is definitely visible, so that's good. We can add it to, which is great. Delete doesn't work yet. It's gonna give an error. The destroy is not created yet for us, so let's do that. Also, let's first commit this. Rename point sources to points sources. Okay, boom. Now what we have to do is we have to add methods to handle the things. We can just copy paste that from playlist. Pretty sure. That's just how it goes. This is things you do over and over and over. Oh. Good. That's just if you follow the convention, everything is gonna be the same. Points, params. No. Source params. Let's just do that. Private method, def. Source params. Now we have to permit some of these params that we want to. So points, source, name is permitted. That's it. You can only send in a point source with a name. No other fields are allowed. And then, if the source can save, go back to the points sources path. Successfully added a new points source. And def update. We're gonna handle the update. You can update this. Find by ID. Then we're gonna update the source by using the source params. And then we're going back to the points sources path. You've successfully added a point source to the points source. Boom. And now the only thing we have to do is delete, which is also pretty easy. It's just gonna... what is this? Oh, that's the end of the class already. Let's see. There we go. Then, in the end, we're gonna run destroy. What you first have to find the source that you want to destroy. Point source, that find. Then we're gonna destroy the source. If that worked out, we're going back to the points sources path. Deleted the point source. That's all there is to it. I think we've fully created everything we wanted. So now I can make this, create, boom. It creates it. We can delete it again. Boom. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. We can edit one. Beautiful. Everything works. Okay, now we have to add some caching things, I think. Do we have caching on this? Not really, because this is only an admin page thing. I have no caching on my admin page. Just silly. Beautiful. Right, so we have point sources. Great. I think everything is working now. Whew. Heads, points, sources, crud. Boom. Save. All right, we good. We good. Okay. What else do we need? I think what we need is you have the same problem in your school project, but in the end it doesn't even matter. No, my school project was it wasn't a back-end problem, it was a front-end problem. A delete didn't work. Like this, if you follow the Rails convention, everything is pretty easy. This still really takes really long. Somehow I kind of want to cache that, but we can't really because it updates every minute. But I want to optimize this database part, but I do not know how yet. So I have to Google that first. But for now, I think this is working as far as we want it to be. Think we can launch it. Use an in-memory database? No. I just use Postgres, which is a relational database on disk, as far as I know. Obviously, it uses memory parts to fetch the data, but no. I don't use Redis or something like that because this will be way too big to put in Redis, dude. I cannot put 71,000 records in Redis. That shit will not like it with the 512 megabyte memory I have on the server. But it's not going to enjoy that too much. Whew. Look at all this fake playlists in here. I like it. Random URLs, random names, no images. This is highly SCAD drawing right here. Whew, look at that. Beautiful. That's only local, guys. It's only local. Okay, I think we can wait for the test to finish. Okay, so let me see. What else is there? We added sources management now. In some way, we have to add caches. In some way, we have to add caches. I just do not know how yet. Because we have to cache. Yeah, we have to cache this. For example, the things that we have to cache are the API. Because this is something that everybody's gonna ask. How many points do I currently have? So that is something we definitely have to cache. But yeah, first I think this one can be merged. Because that's just the admin panel part. Make sure that order that has direct access to the points. Add specs. Oh yeah, we have to spec this shit first. Right. Okay. We're gonna write specs on stream, guys. Yay, fun. How many points do I currently have? Alright. 50. Pussy. Alright, Twitch user. So the Twitch user has a order by point. No, it doesn't create yet. So Twitch user, the model Twitch user has a method called order by points. This thing isn't spec'd. It's not. So we have to spec this. We have to make sure that this shit works, because this is kind of a complicated query right here. It joins two points transactions. It groups the ID, the username, and the Twitch user ID. And then it orders by the points transaction amount. How would you cache something that changes every minute? Well, you can cache it for 1 minute. And then bust the cache. I've never cached JSON though, so I'm kind of interested how that's gonna work. As you can see, everybody says Boyd is a whore and points and everything like that, and it's direct, like, the API is directly doing things. So these OAuth access tokens should have actually been like Redis things, because these things are constantly asked. I mean, if people are gonna spam that shit, we can like cache that shit every minute. Holy shit! Wait, you can have minus points? Oh shit! Okay, that's something we have to fix. There's no way to fix that though, because it's summing the database. Oh shit! Do we really have to stop that command now too? Because it is summing every transaction. So if you have like transactions that keep like taking points off, then at some point you're gonna have minus. That's just how your bank account works too, right? Yeah. So every time something changes, we can bust the cache. I think that's possible. I can give Husky some points, man. I can give Husky some points. Let me give Husky some points. Okay, let me what is it called? Postman. Let me give him some points. Let me give Husky some points so he can never fuck up again. Alright, let's first generate an OAuth token. There we go, access token. Then for Husky, he can never be minus again. Muhahaha. Unauthorized, yeah, that's correct, because we didn't change this. Now we can. And now I'm gonna add points. Muhahaha. Amount is gonna be 10,000. Wait, what happened? Look, I didn't even get an error. Remove points. Where's my points then? Oh shit, I was scrolled up. Remove points. What happened? Wait. Add points. I posted to add points the amount. Where is it? Points? Oh fuck, wait a second. Did I break it? No, it's not possible. Add points. Username this. Oh, we have to specify a source, obviously. How do I not get an error then? Right, the source is going to be manual, so that's 2. There we go. So Chrono Frost I did. Yeah, this is Ruby and Rails. Boom. I forgot, but you do not get an error, which is kind of weird. So this is still true. That is odd. Look at all those users getting points. Whew. All right, then we're gonna do another get request for Husky. He has 9,000 points. Hey, wait, he's like the highest up there now, doesn't he? Oh shit. Oh no, 9,000 points. That's like right here. He's 16th all of a sudden. We fucked it up. All right, beautiful. You gotta go back to negative. Give me those points, bitch. Dude, the thing is, I can just delete this point transaction, and then he's back to where it was before. Let's do that because the points are gonna be reset anyway, so it doesn't really matter, guys. The leaderboards that we have right here are not gonna be the real leaderboards. All right, so we have to add caching somehow, but first we're gonna write specs. So there's this complicated method that has a to-do to it as well because it's kind of hard. Because I think I'm doing something that could be more efficient. Also, why is this not in single quotes? Just copy pasta, the boy is a whore thing. Dude, I'm gonna take out that command if you guys keep doing that shit. Dude, that doesn't work because it has to be exactly Boyd is a whore. I don't think that takes away points. Because the message has to be exactly that. So what you guys are doing doesn't even work. I think, right? Yeah. Because the bot says Boyd is a whore exactly written properly. The message has to be exactly equal to Boyd is a whore. But yeah, that's the next thing. We have to add spam protection. I'm gonna add to Nightbot. You have two-factor? Yeah. Fuck. No one. Don't feel bad. Keep your sadness. Spam protection. Blacklisted words. Boyd is a whore. Correct. Correct. Misery goes looking. Alright. Enough with that shit. Alright, let's write some specs. That's fun. That's always fun. Alright, we have this class method by usernames. We also have this new thing. Twitch user, order by points, class method. Let's spec this shit. So, there's gonna be a couple of situations. What this does, this orders the Twitch user based on the amount of points that one user has. So I think what we could do is we could have like 2 users, or 3 users rather. 3 users getting points. So yeah, just like this, we're gonna have 3 users. And before, we're gonna... Do we have to do before each? I don't know. Don't you know? The subject for this one is obviously... The subject for this one is gonna be Twitch user. The order by points. Factory Girl is so fucking hot. Keep the sadness alive. Right, it's gonna create 3 users for all the users. So I want Gizzard Cats to be up top. So first I'm gonna add points for user 1. Factory Girl dot create points transactions like 3 times, 5 points. Twitch user ID is, I don't fucking know, user1.id. This is kind of ugly though. So am I still waiting for this world to stop hating? Can't find a... Then 3 times. No, we only have to do it. We have to do it the minimum amount of times. It's the less times we have to do something, the faster the test goes, and we only have to test it like 1 user with 10. So user 2 has 10. And then user 3 is 7. Okay, great. I like to be up top. So we add like point transactions for these users, and then we expect it should sort the Twitch users based on their points amount. So what we're gonna check is expect subject to equal. Wait, how do we check that? Equal. So first is gonna be myself. I'm gonna be up top. So user 2 first, then user 3, and then user 1. Let's see if this test works. I'm interested. I'm not really sure. Save this again. See if this runs. Boom. Don't initialize constant point transactions. I think this is point transaction. Rip. Point trans. Wait. What is the factory name? Points transaction. Why is it not working? Uninitialize constant factory. Oh wait, factory girl. Whoopsie. How do you even get points? But just being in the chat. Okay. Did you mean user 1? Oh, right, yeah. User. Beautiful. So now we tested. We made 3 users. We created transactions for them. And based on the amount of points, we sorted out those users. That's something we tested. You are unreal. Everything else still works. Let's run all of the tests. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah, that works, Tim Guitar. It does work. It just fetches whoever's in your chat, so it doesn't matter if you watch the stream. Right, adds specs for this thing. Alright, that's also done. So now the only thing we have to do is add caching. Later on, we have to refactor this because right now we're doing this. We're fetching this API endpoint off Twitch, but since we're already connected to the chat, I think we can already like fetch the users itself from like IRC. But I haven't figured out how to do that yet with Twitch because they require some sort of special authorization thing. Also, another thing we have to do is we have to disconnect. We have to remove some of these moderators because there's some users that are bots, so we have to take them out of the list. All right. Yeah, but they have a different one because the thing is later on we have to make use of the IRC instead of the fetch because we cannot check who's a subscriber and who's not. And I think if you connect to IRC, for IRC, you have the ability to check whether or not somebody's subbed because that's what you can actually see in the chat right now. Is whether or not somebody's subbed or not. So we have to somehow know whether or not somebody's subbed without like doing a million calls to the API, the Twitch API. So if IRC already knows if somebody is a moderator, if somebody is a subscriber, then we can add more points to subscribers, for example. All right, caching. What's up, y'all? It's been a while. How you doing? Okay, caching. The caching of the Twitch API or my own API, the private API. This thing right here. Cache serializer, active model serializer. There is some caching there. Fast JSON API caching with key-based caches and active model serializer. Delegate. Introduce caching mechanism on serializers. Pretty nice. Rails cache behind the scenes to cache generated JSON. However, enable caching on the doesn't make sense because the distance changes based on the search term. Find locations within 50 miles would cache each relative to each search string. What the fuck? There's a raw command you can send to the Twitch via IRC to get the viewer list and user. Exactly. And that is what I need, but I'll work on that later on. But welcome, Modus Tim. How you doing? That's exactly what I was looking for. And I know it's there because I think I already found it on the API documentation, but I haven't worked with it yet. Yeah, exactly. But first I just want to get this in the air and then we'll work on it later. Then we'll just refactor. I just want to get this to work. Oh, thanks, Modus Tim. Appreciate it. I think I already read about it, but I just haven't worked with it yet. You only add this? That looks so odd. Just randomly cached in there. Alright, let's see. Let's just try. I mean, let's sync this up. Let's wait until Travis builds. And then we're just gonna merge this, and then we're gonna work on the caching part. Yeah, exactly. No, they actually wrote something about it now. I think this is like... Let me go to the Active Model Serializer website. Because they have something on their own part as well. I'm not sure which version I'm using. Open 9. Which is stable, so that's good. Let me see. Caching, 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 cache. Cache. This function has to be removed from AMS. What? We need to rethink and redesign the caching strategy for the next version of AMS. Okay, but... Okay. Okay. But that's caching the serializer. The first thing we have to do is cache the database query. Because legit, that's the roughest thing. Right now. Oh wait, is that... Wait, wait, wait. It's... Okay, it's asking points on a Twitch user. So that has to be cached. The Blossom Salve in. Well, let's just try this. Let's try this. I'm interested. Let's first merge this thing, though. Oh, beautiful. The right branch, right? Yeah. Right now. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's make a new branch called Add Caching. Hamster is already here, right? Welcome, Hamster. How are you doing? Fuck guard. Fuck everything. I think first I'm gonna run the API on the server and then still run the Node.js thing on my MacBook, and then later on we're gonna use this where the chatbot is gonna be running on. This is also really nice. Oh no, we have errors. 10 out of 10 error messaging right here. So we can request points as much as we like without spamming the chat. You mean like... What do you mean by that, Shupla? By like asking how many points we have without showing everybody else? What's up, Larcy boy? How you doing? Because I think the cool thing is about using points is that it triggers other people to check their points as well. And that is a good thing in my opinion. Because that makes it like as if it actually has like some... If nobody knew where they were at, if I didn't show the leaderboards, if nobody knew how many points everybody else has, the amount of points that you have is not like it's not worth it. Like it's not worth it to know if you guys have 10,000 points, you have no idea how much everybody else has, then you have no reference point on like, do I have a lot? Do I have nothing? Like where am I at right now? So if you do points in the chat where you can see everybody else's, it psychologically triggers somebody to check his own and like checks how many. Am I on the wrong way? Am I on the right track here? Do I have a lot of points? Do I not have a lot of points? All right. Okay, something we have to build today though is a page where you guys can check out your own the leaderboards, the top 10. But I mean, what if I want to secretly waste my points by spamming Boy This a Whore? I don't know. I've been saying Nick's idea. You can't say Boy This a Whore anyways, because that's a blacklisted word. How can you run a code on Sublime Text 3? You can. This shit doesn't run your code. You can only edit your code. Okay, so what did we want? We wanted to add caching. That's what we wanted to do. Let's try it out. So on the documentation, it says cached. That's it. And then you add like a cache key. And I'm not sure what this does. So I probably have to refresh my... Okay, rip. Okay, so this is removed completely. Rails cache. So I guess we just have to write it ourselves. Rails.cache. Cache key. Most efficient way to implement low-level caching is Rails cache fetch. Key. Alright. I'm not like a complete expert with caching, definitely not. So this is all information. I recently implemented cache on my own on my side, and so let's add some caching to the points method. Okay, so cache doesn't work anymore, but we can write our own. Using Rails cache write key. Yeah, this is exactly that. You can also simply pass in a model. Rails will use an updated at and a cache key method for setting last modifier and effect. Okay, that's in the controller, but I wanna. This is, yeah, all of the music in this playlist. There's a lot of like SSX songs in here. Of course, yeah, I did. Bad like Boyd days. Boyd is 100% wait, the bot is Ripperino? Wait, what the fuck? I joined Jizzler Cats 3 times. Is he dead? How is he dead? That's interesting. Oh, he's still in here. That is interesting. It still adds points for users though. Oh, the real server is dead. Haha. Because, oh, right. You guys are asking for points, but because the real server is broken. Yeah. The point system is broken because it is asking, yo, website, what is the points for this user? It doesn't get anything, so it just doesn't say anything. Because here in the bot, it is asking the bot, if you say points, it's gonna get the points, and when it is positive, so when it worked, when the request could have been done, and I got something that was okay, I'm gonna say something in the chat. So it doesn't say anything if I can't get the points. So if it's unable to get the points, it just doesn't say anything. So the server now says nothing okay, so this is like a 500 error. So if it's a 500, if this is a 200 error, everything is okay. Because 200 means okay. But since this is a 500 error, I have to add a catch to this. And then say something like, with errors, clients say, channel, there was an error. Whoopsie. But yeah, fuck that. Because it's better to just not show anything. And then just chill. Not a 200, a 500 error. Man, I wanna... Because the thing is, I wanna bust the cache if the model changes. Man, I've not done a lot with caching, so action caching is what we do. Fragment caching is not something we do. Reels cache fetch. Yeah, let's try this. Let's see if this works. I'm interested. Reels cache fetch. And an object dot, what was it? What did they do in the background? Scope? What is scope? Alright, they use this as a cache key. I suppose we can do that as well. And then they added a block. I'm interested. I'm not sure if this is gonna work. Then we have to add an expire. There are two hard things in computer science: cache invalidation, naming things, and off-by-one errors. Yeah. What's up, Ventic? How you doing? You're the one with the lowest amount of points, man. Look at this. You're all at the bottom, man. Is the code coming private or open? This is private. But I might open source his website because I feel like we can all work together on this shit, because I don't have the time to work on all the features that I want, and I think you guys can learn, and I can learn from open sourcing something. Because at first when I created this website, I was like, wow, I'm gonna make such a revolutionary thing that is so sick that it's gonna blow people's mind. And then I realized I just did everything that every other Ruby developer does, but worse. So open sourcing would probably be the best option. It just takes time. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man. Dun, 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 dun. Do I have to cache this on the node side? Why can't I open localhost 3000 admin leaderboards? Leaderboards are not open yet either. Okay, I don't know. Fucking hair, man. Twitch user. And then the man, Ruby and JavaScript object.id. Alright, let's see if this works. So if people use exclamation mark points now, does it work? Is that a counting joke or what? Jesus. Yeah, I have to... Yo, not venting is a bot, right? Can you confirm? Because if you're actually on that account, I cannot like take it out because I want to take out all of the bots. Like not venting, Ross. I don't even know who this is. But this is also a bot that is always here. Nightbot and Do Me Flavor. These 4 people, I think I have to kick them out of the leaderboards. He has more points than the bot itself, man. Your official alternative. But it's always online. Oh god. Oh god. Because I do not know whether or not to kick him out. Kick him out of the leaderboards. Because there's like 4 bots that have most points. Because... Alright, does points work already? Points work. Question is though, how long is it gonna cache? And what is it caching? Like, how is this caching? Is this in memory? Or is this now cached here? Do I have to cache this in the model? I think Rails cache is weird in the model, right? You shouldn't do that in the model. I've not done anything with caching, dude. Feel free to ignore it in the leaderboards. Okay. No, I wasn't. I think I'm gonna ignore it like from the bot side, so I do not generate so much. So I'm just gonna take it out here. So here I take all of the viewers and the moderators and the global mods and everybody. But I think it's like I have to like filter this array with like bot names to take them out. So far away. So because this not venting alone points actions count. Not venting alone has 3,084 point transactions within a week. So if we have 4 bots, that is a lot of fucking shit. It's like 12,000. So the point transactions, from everything is 72,000 within a fucking week. So that is, you know, interesting. But I have no idea how much hard drive space that takes. I have no clue. This database is pretty good. How long does this fetch? Do you have to add an expire or not? Because I would say like 30 seconds. 30 seconds would do. Or 45 seconds. Every 30 seconds when it's cached, I think that's okay. Because that will take some load off. It was expires in, right? Yeah. 30 seconds. If I ask this... If I ask this so many times, is it cached? Wait, let me... I do not see a sum here, so that's good. That is good. I think we can actually bust this cache if we do a bulk request. Every time we do a bulk or add points, so every time we do a point transaction, we can bust this cache for that specific user object ID. We definitely have to cache this too. We cannot cache these access tokens. That's just how it works. Still is not ideal though. This should be in memory. This should be cached in memory. Or this should be saved in memory. This is like a database call every single time. Every single request. Oh well. As you can see, there's no sum here because it's still cached. But I think the thing is that it's cached forever. Can I like bust? Reels, cache, bust. Clear. Clear the entire cache. Do it. Clear everything. Okay. Alright. So it's in temp cache and then everything. Fuck, I even cleared the assets. Alright, whatever. If we request this now, we're gonna see that it actually did the sum request. That's pretty nice. Okay. So, but once I do this again, the sum is not done, and that's very nice. That's like the hardest thing about it. The hardest thing is the sum call, because the sum call is a sum of all your transactions. So that's very rough. But I think we can do this caching part already in the Twitch user model. But I'm not sure if that's a good thing to do. I think it's okay. Because then our admin panel can make use of this as well. No, it's not accepting arguments. It is rough. Because I think this will fill if we add points for the user, and this cache is not busted yet. So what if I do this? Us gives 90, 20 points. I do add points. Post request. The points is gonna be 5. Add points. Boom. Cache is not busted. Points are added, but cache is not busted. What's up to Donger Day? Thanks so much for the follow. Did it actually like do anything though? I don't see like I see a select, and I see a begin and a commit, but I don't see the call. Hello? Oh, let me see. Let's bust the cache again. Wait, it wasn't even added. What the fuck? I'm confused. Did I do something wrong? Oh, the source. Yeah, we have to add the source. So now it actually added, but as you can see, the cache is not busted, so we're fucked. Because it's only gonna bust the cache every 30 seconds. So the first call we did here, it did a sum. Fetch today. Today's Monday, blah, blah, blah. Right today. Monday. That's why I use Pierce script for server. I mean evil script. Damn it, man. Can I use a model? All right, Rails model caching. Let's just see. Let's just see what does Rails do for caching the model? Caching calls to the database. You want to play League later? Yeah. Probably tonight. Cache fetch, blah blah blah. SQL caching, they already do that. Namespace can be used to create a namespace within the cache store. It is especially useful if your application shares a cache with other applications. Compress. Holy shit, why is this so hard, man? Okay, what we can do is it expires in 30 seconds, but we can already bust the cache because we know the key. So once you change points and a point transaction is done, we want to clear the cache. I feel like. Rails, cache, bust. Oh, this one. We can also clean up. Option is nil. What is it? Clears the entire cache. Be careful with this method. Yeah. Expired entities. Delete. Okay, this is it. Deletes an entry in the cache. Okay. Right. Rails cache. Delete. And then we want to delete for that specific Twitch user. We want to delete. This is like, there's a lot of like things here that are shared, and I'm not too sure if this is the best way to do it. But still, I have no idea. I have no idea what to do. Okay. So self.id. Is self necessary here? Yes. Slash. It uses a slash afterwards. I'm not even sure why it does that, but it does that. No reason to. I think. This expires in 30 seconds, but it can also be busted before beforehand, for example, when it changes points. And I would also say that this caching method can be used here already in the model when you call points. And then what we can say is take this out. It's gonna be nice and clean. And then what we can say is that this could be a function cache URL. And that is gonna make this URL so we can just call this. I think this works. Right. So is it still cached? Let's see. Whoa. Unauthorized received, so we cannot do that. We have to do it again. So it gets a new. Okay. Husky doesn't have a sum. If I add points now, is the cache busted? That's the question. It is. The cache is busted. The sum is done again. And then I do another get request. And then it shouldn't be busted. Great. Perfect. Sum is like completely done now. It is we have to be careful though, because if we somehow change the amount of points without any of these methods, the cache is not busted. And that is a really scary thing. Because these are side effects now. If we do not change the points, if we directly change it in the database like this, points transaction.new .create, for example, for a specific user, the cache is not busted and it's gonna take 30 seconds, which is not a big deal, but it has some side effects. And that's what I'm kind of afraid of. It is not very fun. It is always a scary thing. It is a filthy thing, not gonna lie. This is kind of a beast of a model now. And this is a scary thing. Because, maybe we want to catch with maybe we want to work with non-cache data from your model. Maybe we should take this out of the private. You can call on a Twitch user, you can call cache URL, and it's going to take the key so we can delete caches from other places. So we can, for example, delete this cache in the controller. Maybe that's a better way. Let's just first save this. First git commit this, and then we're gonna try and refactor. Because this kind of feels odd to me. It feels odd that we have side effects while we're working in a Twitch user. We're caching something that is done by point transactions, which is odd. I don't feel very happy about that. It feels scary. And well, 30 seconds doesn't take a long time. And what if you like cache it forever because you're pretty sure that you're always gonna bust that cache when you have to? There's gonna be a programmer that's gonna run into problems when he has to work with this. Not fun. The thing is, I have no idea how to do it better now. So first I'm gonna commit this and then I'll see what I can do. Add caching. So the downgrade I did. What did I learn programming? I started out PHP for myself. I started out with PHP just by Googling. Then I went to college or a uni, whatever you want to call it, and after that I was at uni they taught us how to use Rails, so that's where this somewhat of this knowledge comes from. Then I did a project at uni as well. I learned a lot of at uni, and there's a lot of people that didn't, but I did learn a lot at university, because we had projects with real projects from like real clients. So we actually worked with like I don't know, Shell. We've done a project for Shell where we had to build an app for them. So I learned how to do build an iOS app and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Right. What if, can I just cache JSON response? Because this is what we used to do. We used to cache just the JSON response. What do you do, the Donger Day? We're doing way too much Rails now. Okay, so for our admin panel, we have a couple of things. We have, for example, when we make a cat drawing, the cat drawing page is always cached, but we bust the cache when we when we add a new cat drawing. So the page is always cached, and it makes the response time a lot faster because Rails doesn't have to do anything. Nginx can just take the page when it's there, if it's there, and if not, then it has to start up the Rails app. We might be able to cache a JSON response. Expire page JSON Rails. Not sure if that's possible. Can Nginx cache JSON? Because I know I can serve HTML, but can Nginx just serve a JSON file? I think it can. I mean, why not? So let me show you guys. Here in our normal controller, we have the cat drawings controller. We're caching the page index. Let's try that. Let's just try caching the page. Or maybe do both. But the side effects part is really weird. You're watching my old YouTube videos? Nice. Okay, let's try this out. What do we want to cache? We want to cache the show. And that's it. Um. Yeah, I guess that's it. And then we want to bust the cache. We want to bust the cache if this page is hit. That is, we can't do this, I think. For now we can, but expiry page. So if add points worked, we're gonna expire the page. Wait, how do we do that here? How do we do that in the admin controller? Bust cache. Yeah, this. Bust cache. Expire the page. Which is gonna be. Let me see what those things are called. Don't understand what you want from me. Private username. Private Twitch user path. Okay. Okay. So let's see. If I save this and I do a request to this, it will cache it. Or do I have to restart the app? Let's restart the app. Oh god. It's trying to add points for users, but the server is offline. That's a good feeling. Did it save? Oh, because we're not running it in production mode, it doesn't save the cache. Right. I have to turn that on real quick, just to check it out. Development. And then... Is this it? I think it's this one. Cache directory. I guess this is it. So Wilkins, I did. Try this out. Oh, it's trying to add more points, and I just took down the server again. Great. So it writes the page husky.json. Okay. And then in my nginx config, I have to tell that if I go to this page, if I go to this URL, it first has to look for the JSON file. And then it busts the page, the cache, every time one of these things happens. So first bust the cache, then render the JSON. But we can do that better by just using this. This is why is this so hard, man? We just bust the cache when that method is called. It doesn't matter. Except go. So it's gonna bust the cache if one of these methods is called, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So once I'm requesting this, it's gonna write this file, and then we can request. Then we can, once this file is there, holy shit, something broke. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's trying to add points. What is it trying to add points, by the way? Oh, this is a bulk. That's the bulk thing. Required keys, username. Oh, fuck. What the hell? What is their problem? Action show. Missing key username. Where does this come from? What the hell? Where does this error come from? Internal server error. No routes match private Twitch users. Action show. We're doing a post request. This one. What the actual fuck? What the hell? Also, I think we should better put this in a hash. I don't understand. Why is this broken all of a sudden? The Tim guitar is written to the server. That's an okay thing to do. We can turn this off again. We can remove these JSON values. I am so confused right now. Why did that break? We're gonna know exactly in 1 minute what happened. We reset the server. We reset the server, turn off the development mode. Let's see what's gonna do now. Okay, boom, broken. Why? Why? I'm trying to send points. I'm trying to send usernames. Action show. Why is it going to the show? What happened? Oh. Accept show and accept bulk add points. Fuck, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Because if we add... We're gonna bulk add all the points for all of the users. Oh god. Okay, now we have to get the Twitch users, and then the response of that thing was, I'm gonna add points, post request. I hope my thing is still valid. Point source is this. Manual add points, usernames is gonna be Visual Cats. The header is set to application type, application JSON, send. JSON parse error. Private Twitch. What the hell? What's the matter? What's the problem? This is not valid JSON? Okay, maybe is this not valid JSON? Alright, here we go. This is the error that we're getting. Expire page bus cache. Okay. Save. Right. Damn it, man. Alright, let me temporarily do this. IDs, here we go. So we can call IDs in this, and that's gonna have a list of IDs. Okay, great. Great, perfect. Take this out. Boom, I think it did something. Great, okay, it works again. We're good, we're good. I don't know what the problem was. The bus cache didn't do right. Wait, but if I do add points for user, it's gonna... Oh god. I think I have to manually do this. I saw your name. Nice. I think we can do this. So, I don't think this makes it more beautiful. I don't think this makes it better. Because what if this is nil? Nil.id is not... this is gonna break. This is ugly as hell. And then I have to copy paste this here, which is really ugly. This is not something I like. Definitely not. I don't think I want to do this. What I can do here though is this. Expire the page if it's successfully added. the points. There's so much copy pasting. Okay, let's go back to development, turn on the caching again, restart the server, and then we're gonna see if this is gonna work. Look, there's your name. Sparkle farts. Whew. There. What? Internal server error. Add points. Render JSON. Expected. What? Where? These are all ended properly. Which user? Oh, there we go. That makes sense. Waiting for a new minute to start. And then we're gonna see if this is gonna work. I'm interested. I don't know, man. I don't know about this. Like, the caching makes the code look so ugly, but it makes things so much faster. Hello? Can we make this smaller, please? What the fuck? Oh, this is the smallest it can be. Oh, wow. That's fucked up. What if I turn this on? Okay. Okay. What the fuck? Oh. It is JSON, so don't forget to turn this like this. And then a list of users, so just our cats. Boom. Okay. Okay, what did it do? It expired the page Twitch uses .html. Hold on a second. What? That is not good. That is 100% not good. Why does it think it's HTML? Why does it think for all of these users it's HTML? What the fuck? Does this make a difference? Why did... What? The fuck? How does... What? What? How did this ID change? Oh, that's the transaction ID. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Okay. Oh, but wait, that doesn't work like this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this doesn't work. Because we get the transaction, the point transaction IDs, not the user IDs. Fuck. This doesn't work. Holy fucking moly. Ugh. Okay. Okay. On the other side, though, I don't think anybody's ever gonna call that, so that's not a big deal. But we cannot cache. Cannot cache this one either, can we? Add points. So that's add points for one specific user, just rockets. Internal server error. What's the matter? Undefined method bust cache. Oh yeah, right. This thing is gone now. Boom. Expire page. Index. Okay. Expire page JSON Rails. Okay, nice. So I can't specify that this has to be JSON. That is pretty nice. I think. I hope. Bust cache. Let's try this again. I think it's still really ugly. I think it's still really ugly. Okay. I gave it two arguments, but expire page only takes one argument. Content path extension. I'm so confused. Routes, private. Private is always format JSON. And for some reason, it just doesn't give a fuck. It just still caches HTML. Okay. Okay, interesting. So now it has to write the page jizzercats.json. So if I add points again, like I did before, will it then delete index.html or will it delete the JSON? That's what I'm asking. Expire page index 1.html. As if that's not even a page. What the fuck? There's no such thing as HTML, that's JSON. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. Action, show, format, JSON. Boom. 200. Expire page, digital cast at HTML. What? I'm so confused. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, it only does what I told him to do, but it doesn't do what I think it does. Action index, format JSON, and it still invalidates HTML. I am confused. Format JSON without a symbol, maybe. Like this. Maybe that will do the trick. So first I'm gonna do the get request for myself. Alright, get the data. It writes JSON. It writes a cache for the JSON page. If I post it out, it expires the page.html. Magical. Yeah. It's exactly my feeling, Ventic. It's exactly my feeling. What the actual fuck? How? Cache page. Writes blocks index. Great stuff. Caches page. Great stuff. Expire page. Action index. Great. It's exactly what I'm doing. Blocks HTML. Format JSON. Controller blogs. Expire page. Boom. Great. Let's add the controller in here just to make sure. But does he do like show as a symbol? He did. Oh, he does. He does everything as a string. So let's try that. Let's try that. So the controller is Twitch user's controller. Oh, okay. Twitch lowercase underscore users controller. Here we go. Let's try it out, boys. How does it know what ID though? Okay, let's specify that as well. ID, user ID. No idea if that's gonna work, but we'll see. Boom. That's a huge amount of a mess. What the heck? Whatever. 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 Alright. 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 We're not doing that. We're not doing that one. Alright. Okay. We're not caching on controller level. We're not caching on... You know, we're not caching the JSON itself because for some reason it doesn't work. You know? Because magic. Also, I need a fucking beer right now. Is this 5:53 already? We have to grab a beer. Grab yourself a beer, guys. It is beer time. I think I'm gonna go for another one of these biological beers. It is a Hopener Pilsner. I had this one yesterday. I was like, oh, it was pretty nice. Pretty good stuff. So, beer back. Cheers, everybody. I want to hear that song again. Billy Talent, Fallen Leaves. Sorry guys. Okay, so we have done some basic caching. It is really ugly because it has side effects. So that is something, you know, iffy. But somebody told me that I can do some really decent caching on database level. Which I'm gonna get some power. What's up, IG Shadow Commander? How's your day been, dude? I just have no idea what to Google for. So it's Postgres, and then since we do a lot of sums, cache sum. Fallen leaves, fallen leaves, Can we see the leaderboards? Sure. Holy fucking moly. Wait, what does it matter here? And what does it take, like... What the hell? There's something wrong with my sus? You're on a 9th place now. Dude, I'm fine, man. How are you doing? Oh, you're alright, okay. Fallen leaves underground. No, it says exactly that. Okay, but I just want to say something real quick. Because the thing is, somebody said we can have like a sort of snapshots of the database. So, because what we do every single time we add all these transactions, right? And since we have so many transactions for one specific user, after a year of collecting these points, we're gonna have a crap ton of these fucking transactions. This is gonna be absolutely insane. That's like absolutely ridiculous. Because we already have like points transaction. Because we already have 73,000. And it's like, I think it's like 5 or maybe 10,000 a day. Summing up all of these point transactions for a specific user. So if we're gonna pick Twitch user, find by username, and then not Ventic, points transaction dot count. No, that's sum the amount. It takes 4.4 milliseconds, and it is only for a week. And that is already like 3,000 of these point transactions. So after some time, if he gets like a 2k or what 2k 200k of these point transactions, it is gonna take a longer time to sum them all up. So in some way we have to say, and somebody told me that it is possible to like snapshot the sum amount, so it only has to add the extra amount and then snapshot it again. So not sure if that's gonna be done on database level, but if it could, that would be great. Because what we're doing here is we're summing up all of the point transactions, but if it already knows what it was before, and every time there's something inserted, we can bust that cache and add something to it, that'll be great. But since I do not know a lot about this, yeah. Some value, class is 1. Exactly. It would be really nice if we could only make this read only, too. I don't know what to Google for. Like, I don't know what it's called. But if anybody knows, that would be great. League is broken? Wait, why is League broken? Yeah, your host came true. I need like a database expert on this. I know nobody that has ever done this before. Maybe one of my teachers does. Holy shit, I'm not gonna read all of this. Oh my god, somebody hosted me? A simple right skew anomaly. Dude, this is like... mind is blown right here. All of this database stuff, some next level shit. Happy for America. I didn't understand any of this shit. Sorry guys, I don't understand any of this shit. We're gonna continue on. I don't know what to Google for, like, it is some... What doesn't have an average? Some salary over order by salary. Select dep name. So that's like the... what was that? Dude, this is some next level shit, man. I don't even know what partition by is. Like... like, the thing is, all of these things... cumulative amount? Why would you want this? No idea what I'm reading. What is this? What is all this? Count cumulative total in Postgres. What's up, Katie? How you doing? Select created as some count Some count. Okay. These kinds of queries. Window functions are the most efficient way to perform these kinds of queries. Wait, what? You're around. The fuck? Oh, you're alright. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? Alright. I'm around. How about you? Yeah, I'm around too. Kind of around right now. So. I'm kind of around right now. Pretty good. Select create over order by created ad from select distinct on email. Created ad email from subscriptions order by email created ad as sub queue group by created ad. What the fuck, man? I have no idea what the fuck I just read. Database stuff is out of my reach, dude. Like, most of these things, what the actual fuck? What the fuck did I just read? Hello? Select customer ID, order ID, and order total from orders. Left join orders as O. Okay, yeah, we're in a left join table. But we're already in order, so I don't really understand how he left joins the same table. So he selects this. All right. What the? Okay. When he left joins the same table as O, he O customer IDs that shit. Then he N. What is N? Dude. Database are fine. Yeah, dude, what the fuck, man? My mind is fucking blown. Help. The only thing I want is like cash the value of the sum. You want to get the sum of unique salary from employee table. The following SQL can be executed. Yeah, that's what I know already. This is also what I already know. Where depth of number is 15. Great. But the thing is, though, is that at some point in time, your sum is going to be out of the roof. Like, you're going to have so many transactions they have to go through. Select. This website is kind of cool though. This is pretty nice. I'm gonna save this. Do I even have like a backend database? I don't have that folder yet. Database. This is pretty neat. These things are actually making things look a little more readable. So he selects job ID. He counts everything. Okay, fair enough. because we're already on the employees table. So you just like counts everything as number of employees, and then it's grouped by job ID, where the salary is below 12,000. But it's summed all of the salaries, so all of the employees that have a salary lower than 12,000 in total. Okay. Right. Group by job ID. Okay. Having count higher than 5. Wow. So there might be like job IDs where the count is lower than 5. The employees lower than 5, so like maybe 2 employees that have lower than 12,000 salary. Okay. I have no idea what the fuck I'm reading. Well, I have an idea what I'm reading, but why the fuck am I reading this? I have no clue. And I can also order by count. Descend. Okay. Got it. Was this kind of feel? Sure, it was kind of useful. Thank you. It was kind of cool, but it wasn't what I was looking for. But it was kind of useful. It was kind of cool. All right. Postgres sum efficient. Boom, boom. What the actual fuck? The fuck am I reading? What the fuck, man? Okay. Alright. Cool. Yep. Didn't understand anything. Oh, he actually formatted this time. Ooh. Alright. Cool story. Creating tables, and he begins a loop. Loop-de-loop. Alright. Alright. Thank you so much for this answer. It works perfectly up to the including overlap interval subquery. Okay then. I hate databases. Like all of the websites, everything based around databases all have terrible websites. Everything. Look at this. Look at this fucking page. I don't know, man. Everything is so out of date, always. Everything around database always out of date. The fuck? You can also never know what you're looking for. You can never find what you're looking for because nobody knows anything about databases. So all of the harder things, never Google it. The Escalade documentation full of flowcharts? Oh, nice. Oh, God. What is this? What am I looking at? What am I even looking? These are just bash scripts or something? Yeah, these are just bash scripts. What the fuck, man? What am I even doing? What am I even doing? Somebody told me in the stream that I could like snapshot a sum amount, so it only has to add. It only has to count like the from that point on, because it already cached that value. Yo, good luck, Shiplet. Oh, you're actually eating on time? Here's a surprisingly simple culprit. No, I think this is kind of okay. It selects these fields from context C. It joins X because database names, you know, table names, perfect. On C, X key is X key, where C key, any array, and 11,000 other keys, and C dot key is 1, and C tag and C tags is greater than array E blah. Throw me off of a fucking bridge. What the fuck is this? Yep. Surprisingly simple culprit, guys. Adds greater than array E blah. Why not? Whew. It only takes 22,000 milliseconds. And it only costs me 100% CPU usage, you know? What the fuck? The solution. Oh, the solution. You know, you only have to do values in 11,000 other keys, not array. Silly. Of course. It makes such a big difference. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. I don't know what the fuck it just did, but okay. Alright, cool. Cool story. Cache sum. Is that a something? Cache sum. Cache hit rate. I don't want to sum the cache hit ratio. I don't fucking care. This is not what I'm looking for. I want to cache a sum query. Is that even possible? I can also cache it on the Rails side, but that's kind of scary. What's up, the G-Man rocks I in? I need like an SQL Pro right here. I need an SQL Pro right now. Is there an SQL Pro in this in the room? Hello? Is this real life? There's nothing to be found. Maybe materialized fuse because that's like the 5th time I found this thing. Use the rule system like fuse do. Okay. Okay. All right. How can I check if my database needs more RAM? No need to check. You always need more RAM. What the fuck, man? If you're on Linux, your total physical RAM should be larger than your database size on disk. Here to minimize I/O. I don't even know what I'm looking for. I don't think there's a way. Okay, so you want to know the G-Man rocks? Are you like an SQL Pro or not really? What I'm looking for is, I'm doing a sum over quite a lot of records. And, you know, I'm scared that over time this query will take too long. Because the transactions will go on and on and on. So, let's say in about 5 years, every user has about 1 million transactions. And I can already see it happening that the sum in the database takes way too long. So what I'm wondering is whether or not I can sum something. I can sum the records in the database from just a caching standpoint. So if I add a new transaction, move the snapshot up and just cache the value of that sum. That's what I'm wondering, like if that's possible. It's like a cache value. It doesn't have to do the sum over and over and over, as long as it knows that I've added something to the database, and it has to add the sum from the snap point on to like whatever. So let me show you guys an example. This is what I want to do. We have a list of transactions. So you can think of this as your bank account. So you ate something at the McDonald's, you bought like a hamburger for 5 euros. So 5 euros off of your bank account. But you already got your money for this month, so you have like 2,000 euros, and you bought a McDonald's hamburger, you bought like you did grocery shopping, and you won a prize, so you got like you got like 50 euros back and stuff like that. And after some time, all of these things like end up, and you want to sum everything, all of the transactions, so you know what your current balance is. Current balance is a sum of all your transactions, right? This is what the point system does right now. What do I use to sub my do draw my sub drawings? A mouse. So Wolfie, by the way. So all of these transactions like end up. So I gain like 133, but I also lose like 100. And I like have to pay like the bills, and I have to pay like 500 for rent, and then I have to like 300 euros or 100 euros for 50 euros for electricity, and 100 euros for something else. And at some point, you know, these lists will go on and on and on for like a million records. Over the years, a million fucking records. Okay? So your current balance constantly changes. But what I want to do is I want to be able to cache the current balance. So this is like, let's say this is like 1,500. And if a transaction comes in from like, I gain 5 euros from something, it only has to do 1,500 plus 5 instead of like summing up everything again. That is what I'm asking for. If that's possible in a database, And somebody told me it was possible to snapshot this value. So the transaction comes in. This becomes 505. This is an easy sum. This is just literally sum 1500 plus 5. It's like, wow, that's easy. You know? Great. And then you can snapshot this one. So if another transaction comes in with like minus 500, it can just do this. And it becomes 1001, which is a really easy query. Like 1500 min 500. This is like, it's something you can do in your head. The Yvonne cited, welcome to the stream. There's no song request. Feel like there should be song request? No, there's no song request. Fuck song request. So over time, like during a week time, we already have users that have 3,000 transactions. Summing up 3,000 transactions is not hard. As you can see, it only takes 3 milliseconds. It is not hard. Thing is, though, is that if you have like a year time of transactions, you're gonna have a crap ton of stuff. How did you find this? I searched for some cache sum Postgres. So it is about materialized views. Holy shit, everybody just says use some. Maybe I'm just worrying too much. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just worrying too much. Just add another possibility is to create rollout tables. For instance, when tracking page hits, it's not very useful, necessary to know what IP such and such access the page. Blah, blah, blah. I want to track the daily stats for page 1. It's been What am I coding here? I'm programming a points system for my bot. And I'm worried. I'm worried about the performance of this shit. It's like sales over time wouldn't be a lot. Like 20 years of sales, perfect. But the thing is that point system are fucking every minute. I mean, over a week time, 3,000 records, man. Over a week time, we have fucking. Look at this. We have 74,000. We have like 1,000 an hour or something. Maybe even 1,000 a fucking half an hour. I mean, there must be a way. There must be a way where this is possible. Where you can tell the database, cache this result, because the values that were before this were only read-only. They're never gonna change. Nothing's gonna happen with them. These are just history. The records that happened before in the past were only read-only. And at this point in time, you sum this value. This is now reality. And this is the snapshot. This is the current state. If we're adding another transaction, you only have to sum up the value that we have in the past. You don't have to sum up every fucking transaction in history, because that's not gonna work out. Special beers. My brother loves them. Counter cache is storing the numbers associated with the records only. That is not what I want. 7 million numbers is not as difficult at all for a CPU. Like, do it, fake data, millions of records is some measure. That's how to do it. Yeah, I know. I think we've already done that. But I mean, like, I think we're hitting that shit quite fast. That's the problem. Because, like, with sales, you know, how many sales do you have? Man, that's you can have quite a lot of sales, but with this shit, it's like every minute. There's always one transaction, and then there's like the extra transactions that happen. Like, what bank account has a transaction a fucking minute? None. What do I say? MySQL cache them. Let's see how MySQL does it. $4 million records is 4.79 seconds. Yeah, but like, think about it. Waiting 4 seconds for you to do your exclamation mark points in the chat, it takes almost 5 seconds before you get a response. What the fuck? I guess you just have to migrate then or something. Because I don't know, it seems so normal. It seems such a great. The guy that told me this also explained why the transaction method was a better way to do this, and I completely agree now. Once we added sources and everything like that, it just makes a lot of sense. And he told me that this was a possible thing. You can snapshot a certain state. A certain state, and then it only has to sum up at that point, because a transaction only happens and it already happened. You cannot change anything about the transaction. You cannot change the past. It is, what is that shit called? Immutable. It's a mutable state. The state in the past has all been history. You cannot change the history. History happened. So at some point, it's like, Why do I have to sum up all of the history if I already know that what the value of that shit is gonna be? A time machine can do that. If I have to query every single time the sum of like a history thing, something that already happened. How do bank accounts get a performance database? They have to store like a 5-year-old value. Or do they just have like a year value somewhere stored? After every year, they just clean up the database. The transactions are still stored, but they store like a year value. And then they sum above that year value. So don't do it. Don't sum each time. But I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I don't know, man. I don't have to worry about it yet, but I'm just curious what this thing is, because somebody told me it is possible. It just sucks that I cannot ask him what it was. Yeah, I guess that's the only way. But then I have like two. That's the reason why I went for transactions, is that I do not have like two places where I have to have the data. Because what you're gonna get then is that you're gonna have the sum, the transactions, and then you have like a table of value, total balances, and then a user ID, 1, value 1,000, based on these transactions. It's also gonna be weird because then you have the transactions and you have to SQL the total balance every time. You can start it on an SA flash drive. Oh well, it will be great. Maybe my teacher knows something about this. It would be really nice. Maybe he does. Maybe he's done a lot of like projects with like raw SQL and shit. So I mean, with Rails we do not use like a lot of like SQL fuse, for example, but that's like a really common thing to use if you're using just raw SQL. So I'm interested. But I'm gonna have dinner now, so thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Next week, every Saturday, there's a programming stream, so if you guys like the stream, please follow the channel. Also check out my social media if you like my if you like gaming streams as well. I have a YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. On Twitter and Facebook, I always post when I'm live. I'm live every single day, 8 p.m. Central European time. And on Saturday, I'm always doing an afternoon programming stream. Yeah, exactly. The G-Man rocks. I'm gonna go in depth in that one. I'm gonna take some time, and then I'm just gonna check whether or not it's if there's a way it's possible, because it makes a lot of sense, right? It makes a lot of sense that you can set transactions to be read-only, and then at some point you cannot change these values. Like you have to use sum if you know that a transaction like here could change. Like, oh yeah, this transaction was actually 55 or something. It makes sense. It makes sense. But if the history never changes, you always know what the value is gonna be. So you only have to like calculate with the value that's already been calculated. If you already know that this value is gonna be 1500, you add 5. I don't have to calculate this again and with the 5 in here, so I don't have to do 5 here and then calculate this again, because I already know that this part is gonna be 1500 and then add 5. But we'll see. It must be possible. These smart people at the database shit must have something for this. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. See you guys later. And let me end with this beautiful song, Fallen Leaves by Billy Talent. Always good. Have a good night. I'm gonna see you guys after dinner, because I'm live after dinner as well, but that's just games. So if you guys don't like games, then that's fine.